I'm Anna with Billings Farm and Museum, and today, as part of our Billings at Home series, I'd like to welcome you to Foodie Friday. Our recipe for today is going to be quick pickled carrots. You can pickle all sorts of vegetables. It makes them nice and delicious. It's a nice way to preserve them in your refrigerator. It makes a quick and easy, delicious snack. You can put them on salads, all sorts of things. The recipe that we're using today is on the Billings Farm website. So the variation of spices that I'm going to use is listed in the recipe. Today I'm using some toasted coriander seeds, some mustard seeds, some black peppercorns, and a bay leaf. I've got my salt, my sugar, and a mixture of apple cider vinegar and water that's all measured out. Apple cider vinegar is wonderful to use for pickling. It's got a great flavor. It's also just great to have in your cabinet for all sorts of tinctures and tonics. It's very good for immunity and loads of different things. So to start with, I'm going to finish cutting up my carrots. You can slice them or you can make them into spears. I've chosen spears just because I like the shape better, but you can do whatever you would prefer. All right, I have finished peeling and chopping my carrots. So now the first thing I'm going to do is blanch them. Blanching means to cook them in boiling salted water for about a minute. There's salt added to the water for two reasons. One, to preserve the color of the vegetable, and two, it's important to just season your food at every stage of the cooking process. And right after they come out of the boiling water, I'm going to run them immediately under very cold water to stop the cooking process because I don't want them to get mushy. So I've got my blanched carrots here, they're nice and cool. So the last step of the process is going to be to take my liquid, my salt, my sugar, and my spices and put them into a little pan. You can use the same one that you use to blanch the carrots. I'm going to bring this to a boil and then let it simmer for a couple of minutes. Then I'll take it off the heat, add the carrots, let that come to room temperature, and then I'll put it into jars so that it can go into the fridge to cool. So here we go. These are going to be very delicious. I'm just super excited about this. My salt, all of my spices, and my sugar. Then I'm just going to stir this around a little bit, get it all nice and mixed up, and then it's going on the stove to boil for a couple minutes. So my liquid has just come off the stove. It was simmering for 2 minutes. I added my carrots, and I'm going to wait for it to come to room temperature before I put it into my jars. One note about the jars here is just to make sure that the liquid is covering your carrots. You don't have to use glass jars though. You can use whatever glass container you have at the house. Glass Tupperware is absolutely fine, just as long as the liquid's covering the vegetable. Then it'll go in the fridge and I'll have a delicious pickly snack to enjoy for the rest of the week. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. And happy cooking, and thank you for joining me for Foodie Friday.